It's all about shaking himself down and forgetting about what was a disappointing performance. Let's be brutally honest, a very poor performance against Williams.
Try and make amends for that last performance. I think any player can accept being blasted off the table. Their opponent's making big breaks, but he did have a lot of chances. He still lost 3-0.
A big tournament that's played in China, the 2014 International Championship.
7.
But McLeod won both of their in 2014. 4-2, first round of the Welsh Open 2018.
Really come close to winning it.
13.
Finished last. Needs to win.
Said that Paul Collier was the last Welshman standing in that tournament. And I think that's part of the contingent, and maybe they put themselves under enormous and ever-increasing pressure.
Well, the other thing is, of course, they hear it every year when they start the tournament. They're reminded of the record. Anyway, we're in. If anyone's wondering, no, she's not allowed to referee his matches. That would be awkward all round, wouldn't it?
$36.
Not quite come off, has it? He's not on. Break-ins at 43. His
And
best
Pagett,
today was a
43.
63. It was actually in his first frame of the day against, again, in that match. Of course, has subsequently lost 3-0 to Mark Williams. This is actually day 9. Tomorrow's very interesting. Jimmy Robertson had such a good season last season. He's the top seed. And Ian Martin as well is off the top of the list. And then on table 2, some real big hitters there. Stephen Maguire, Matthew Stevens, of course 2 former UK champions there. Then later this week we'll be seeing the likes of Zhou Yulong, Fergal O'Brien, Mark King, Dominic Dale. And also the 12 times Women's World Champion Rhian Evans, Ryan Day, who's a Championship League stalwart if ever there was one. Now, McLeod has just caught that a little on the thick side, hence
You could see from that
One.
so often, and it's always been a trait of Rory McLeod, so often
although the 4th frame was quite lengthy, hasn't really found great fluence this frame. Many years ago in the UK Championship, he made 3 centuries in succession against Ronnie O'Sullivan.
12.
Going back a bit, but you know, it shows you.
yes, and with those helping, came back to trail only 6-5. O'Sullivan won the match in the end, but it was a tougher side.
matches has won the third frame against Gary Wilson on table 2, so it's 2-1 to Wilson. It will be if he wins the group.
Looking favourite to top the group over on table 2.
35.
For him, though, the next frame, additional cannon on the two reds together, and they split amicably. Yeah, the frame at his mercy.
One's last. If that's a draw, then it goes on high breaks. And of course, Jack Jones has had that 1-3-3. So that metric, he would be very much favourite anyway. Each, but McLeod favourite because he's at the table.
Andrew Higginson. None of them have got full tour cards.
But the pot, the middle was too thin, so he's played safe. So the break ends at
something else, the letter A, denoting amateur. Well, they're not amateurs, obviously, they're former professionals. But even if you go by that definition of amateur, they can. £500,000. That wouldn't happen in snooker.
I suppose the only time it kind of did happen was when Dingley that he was actually there, and of course he won the title, didn't get any official prize money. Ooh.
Well,
In
Rory
off.
McLeod 4.
Not for the first time today.
Yeah, when he had the last red initially, when he was still on the break, I wondered if he might try and double it and try and get the cube. Because Pagett, as we've already seen today, is a good safety player. Wales, traditionally professional, Dylan Emery. He's back on this season.
China to play in this tournament. Don't include Zhou Yulong in that. He's no longer a prospect. He's an established.
Well, it looks like a full ball snooker. Easy enough to hit, it's just getting it safe. Of course, Andrew Pagett won't know this because he's playing, but Mark Williams inevitably tweeted after his last match. He said,
One.
Oh.
he's giving himself every chance here.
Ten. $13.
Is back. But but when you're stretching, your alignment and your timing can be compromised.
Andrew Pagett, 13.
And it's been one of his great sort of assets, is you just can't rattle him, you can't get under his skin, there's no point trying. I well remember, Phil, I know you do, the time he turned up at Crondon Park for the old... Well,
Oh,
Pagett got
goodness.
fortunate with the snooker, and now that's a free ball. Oh, but he's not potted it. It sort of had...
Have been very unforgiving.
Four.
Take that.
To finish third, would have to win all 3 remaining frames. No real latitude for him.
9.
You heard the sigh. As long as this
6.
bounces, he's in business.
On all day.
13. End of frame. Andrew Pagett.
Pagett